don't even know what week I'm on. I think this is week 5, just wrapped up. And true story, texted a friend before I came out here because I was nervous. I was nervous about running today. So the reason why I was nervous was today called for 20 minutes straight. And I can't even remember how long it's been since I've run 20 minutes continuously. So was understandably a little nervous. This week was pretty different compared to everything else. So all the other weeks, very predictable. Like you would have running and then walking, you'd have these intervals repeated, and whatever I did on day 1, I could expect to see that on the next 2 days for the rest of the week. And so this week got into day 1, and it was run 5 minutes, walk, run another 5 minutes, walk, and finish up with another 5 minutes. So mentally, I was trying to prepare myself for what that would look like rest of the week. And again, reading is fundamental, because when I got out for my second training day this week, I looked while I was in the parking lot, and I saw that I had a warm-up, and this time I had an 8-minute walk. Sorry, I had an 8-minute run, 5-minute walk, followed by another 8-minute run. And sounds pretty simple, but I guess I get so caught up, honestly, looking at some of these numbers, and I'm thinking, so mentally I know how it felt on day 1. So on day 2, I kind of knew what to expect, and I thought, okay, I'm at least gonna be able to maintain whatever it was that I did. And then sure enough, get a brand new workout thrown at me, which is fine. And it actually worked out better because I liked changing it up. And then naturally, because the second training day was different, I thought, let me go ahead and look ahead, because if this is changing up day 2, I can pretty much guarantee that day 3 was changing up. So, day 2, 8-minute run, 5-minute walk. And 5-minute walk is a lot. I felt like I was pretty recovered. I took that 5-minute walk, but I felt like I was ready to go. And that 8 minutes, the second 8 minutes was tougher, but it didn't crush me. I think if I go back and look at my Garmin, that everything's going to be, pretty similar. So I started thinking, okay, day 3, what is it, like a 10-minute run, or maybe it's a shorter walking interval? And nope, it was a 5-minute walk, and then right into a 20-minute jog. And this app is so generous that it said run 2 miles or 20 minutes. And if you looked at my data, you will realize that that's going to be 20 minutes for me. I'd love, maybe one day I'll hit 2 miles in 20 minutes. I don't think that's impossible. I think some of my best times were maybe close to that. But again, I'm trying to learn this pace. And today was a really good test for that. So I thought, feels good. The weather's a little bit cooler than it has been. Despite not fueling properly today, having somewhat of a stressful morning, sucked it up, came out anyway. But I was trying to go, but not go. And I kept trying to remind myself, hey, back it up a little bit. Let's not go too far, go too fast right up front, because running 20 minutes. But then also in the back of my head, I feel like, and this may sound crazy, but I feel like when I was running so many years ago, like that sometimes feels like it was a month ago. And I got to remind myself that was not a month ago. Like I think when I ran that full marathon, that was 2011. That's a long time to go without running those distances. But sometimes mentally I'm like, oh, why are you complaining about 20 minutes? That used to be nothing. Just got to work up to it. But this week, I'm not doing one of these crazy videos where I'm setting up all the lights or tripod and all that other kind of garbage in the house. This is it. I enjoyed doing this a lot better. This training week, I got in 3 good strength training days. I got in some pretty good walks, which felt great. Loaded up the vest again. Weather was awesome. And I thought, I just can't sit here during lunch. So even though I'd gone and worked out that day, I thought, I'm gonna go get some extra steps in, which felt amazing. Strength training went good the first part of the week. When I walked into the gym on Friday, for some reason, I felt very lethargic. But again, I had the freedom to adjust things as I go. So that wasn't, I made some adjustments and still had a great workout in. And I don't feel like, because I was so lethargic that I needed to just go home, I still was able to get in a quality training day. So I think if I go back and look at my Garmin this week, I think that pretty much everything was consistent, which is what I wanted. Like, yeah, I'd love to be faster. I mean, who wouldn't? But right now, I want to be consistent. So I want to look at the numbers and see, regardless of the increased running time, that I was able to stay consistent. I mean, to me, that's pretty good. One of the things that I've noticed that of course, I haven't looked at today, but when I go back and look at everything, my heart rate is way better than it was in the past. I remember my heart rate used to shoot up and it would get to like 180 when I was running. But now, when I look, I really believe that I've got, I don't know, maybe it's like 165 it might be, which is great to see that I'm able to have very similar output with lower heart rate zones. That's been one of my goals at Cycle Bar, was to have same output or even greater, but do it with lower heart rate zones. That's why I don't take pre-workout or stuff like that to crank my heart rate too much before Cycle Bar, because I'd love things to be more efficient. Same thing with running, but I'd love to. So heart rate way better, and pace I think has pretty been consistent this week. Legs feel great. I don't feel blown up. It's hard. I feel weird saying this, but like, I was so nervous about this 20-minute run. And like, now that I'm walking around out here, I feel like I haven't even done anything. So it's so strange. Like, I feel like I should go do something else. So if every day feels like this, and I think I'll be doing pretty good. So body's holding up. All the exercise that I'm doing feels pretty balanced. And I don't know, I have no idea what's on deck for next week. Honestly, haven't even looked. So I figured I'll deal with that probably Monday, try to see what all's heading my way. It might end up next week where I'm running 30 minutes or 45 minutes. That would be pretty cool. I was talking to a buddy today who I didn't know run, and he's been a pretty regular runner, and we had some good conversations about some racing that he had done, and just got runner's high, and I don't know, just doing all of this stuff has brought back so many good memories, and I talk about that a lot and probably will continue to do so. But I've just been really thankful for this. And like, he really put it in perspective today, because he said, you know what, he's like, I'm 56 years old, and if I enjoy doing this and I'm healthy, who cares? And I was like, yeah, man, I'm right there with you. So who knows, me and him may link up and do a race. He said that he'd be willing to slow down just a notch and run it with me, which would be fantastic if something like that happens. So everything is going good. I still got the bug to run that full marathon, definitely the half. Just got to find a course with maybe 1 to 2 feet of elevation change, because I ain't doing no hills. So that's it. I'm not gonna do some kind of wild fancy video this week. Throw up some Garmin numbers, probably get a little B-roll of my big rear end in the gym doing some stuff, maybe some B-roll of running. But so far, so good. Check another week off the list. I'm excited for what's to come. Check y'all next week.